Good to go.
Is it good?
Oh,
right. Okay, so what I was saying, the Filipino method is mostly hand back, weapon forward. The Indonesian method is hand either beneath or on top of the weapon hand and closer to the hand itself, because they bring the body, although they twist and turn as well, they bring the body more into play instead of what I would say hiding behind the weapon like this. Neither part, go back a little bit, neither philosophy is entirely right or entirely wrong. It's just two different ways of looking at things. The Filipinos don't get close until they've cleared, passed, cut, defanged, whatever, gotten this out of the way, and then go for the kill shot. The Indonesians will play the whole body in because they may have to cut and move and do traps and work from in here as they go. The fighting philosophies are different because they don't hide behind the weapon so much as bring it into play with bring the bodies into play with the action. So what I was saying, in terms of guard, when you put your hand here, you don't turn towards the back up a little bit and hold your knife out. You don't turn towards the opponent with the weapon back and the hand the only thing between the two of you. You keep the weapon between you the whole time. Right. So when you're walking, when you're doing this, that's why the guard moves from here to here in the Indonesian style. It's like you hold the tip still and turn the handle that way and that way. You don't move the upper part of the blade, you move the lower half of the hilt.
A focal point or something like that,
yeah? Yeah. So when I move, and what this allows is when he comes in both cases, and he comes in, I try to meet it weapon first. I move and angulate slightly out of the way as much as possible, really, but I meet it with the blade first normally. But I may need my hand to come into play at a quicker motion than if it was back here or way out of the way. I may need that hand there for whatever reason. Or I may want to try to snake the hand first and put it in another position. These are different fighting philosophies. This is not written in stone. This is so, yeah, you need to practice it as it turns. So when you get the turning going, when I turn my blade this way, my hand's still up here. It's not pressured here. It's just waiting. But the blade is still the first thing he'll come in contact with. I turn. It's the same philosophy. The blade is what he'll meet first. You don't hold the guard here. Now I move the guard high, low. It's almost in like a box with a triangle in the middle of it. So it could be in any one of these places, and you don't just hold it there and wait. You alternate from sides. Don't get into a pattern. Make it very random. But as you're squaring off with somebody, right there, as he was moving, he moved up and down. In Franklin's way he was thinking right now, he just moved it high, low, which is fine. But I caught it after 2 shots. He moved high, low. I went high, he went low, I cut straight down and went around. Okay. I went to the oblique of wherever he was going. Wherever your guy is going, this is called negating the closure. Move just once, move. Okay, right from there. Now he moved in. If you're faking me out, move your body, just move one side, right, not fast, like this. Like if I'm moving, I'm trying to go in, so you move, stop. He moved backwards and to the side a little bit. I moved and cut him off. He's going to have to continue retreating or attack from here, because he's placed himself in a position where, I placed myself in a position where when he moved, I cut him off. Move again the same way. Let's say I just moved with him. Not threatened right now. I've mirrored him a little bit, but I didn't cut him off this way. See how he's got this complete oblique going on? There should be something happening here. Now I'm getting a little advanced, but this is what I want you and Franklin to work on. This is negating any random closure, negating it, so when he steps anywhere, I step in front of him. Now we've got to fight. Step again. I just mirrored him that time. I saw him switch feet, I switched and stepped back. I've maintained the same distance. So in this case, you're still trying to threaten me, but I've kept it in a neutral area. Move again. Before he started moving, I told you to move, but then you just figured out where you were going. Right. I went ahead and forced the issue. That made you step back. Now you're kind of retreating. Okay. When I get that, I start really pummeling in. Getting back to the idea of the guard. So think about a square and then a triangle. And the points of these are where I kind of hover at to get for 2 things. I move my body in one direction and the knife in another. And I try to lure out some kind of opening for Franklin to make. I won't just come rushing in because you can't afford that kind of mistake with a knife. So the first things you look at as we're going, keeping your hand ready to go, nice and easy. Don't go fast. I'm going too fast. Nice and easy. Step, step, Step. Don't get caught cross-legged like this. That's for later. You're going to step across, step across. Step across, step across. Now right there, as we're going around, I'm going to find an entry to make a cut on.
Okay.
He does the same thing for me. Make a cut on. Make a cut. This is just an opening exercise.
Right.
This is not, we're not fighting yet.
Okay.
So I go make a cut. Cut. And then I give him something to make a cut on. He makes a cut and I pass it. Now I have the hand, this was a mistake, pulling it back right there, let me call that one. He goes to cut. Instead of laying a cut, I'm going to pull this back and check this off and make my entry off of it. So it's like a fake, cut, fake. So fake, he cuts, fake, I cut. So this can go on, fake, cut, he pulls, yep, he comes, I come. Okay? I want you guys to start slowly, because you start going fast, you'll lose the learning process. All right, it'll turn into a race. So you gotta temper each other. Follow this design. Pay attention to where your blade is, and maneuver around the opponent, keeping your guard up. Can't leave it down here. You can't drop it down. You can let it drop and bring it back up. But if you drop it, and my guard's high, all I'll get is a stab on the arm for the one that gets to your neck.
Right.
Now that's too high a price. Okay, that's not a good price for this scarf. So keep the guard mid-range here. Practice switching your hands above and below your arm. Just getting it ready to ever have to switch off and use as a light pass to get in. All right, do you understand what I'm talking about so far? All right, start with that.
Roger.